Now.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charlie, and I'm speaking to you now from London in the UK. I was invited over to talk to you about my story. I recently published my first book entitled How I Won My War, which is the story of my life. I was born in Cameroon in 1980, and I moved to England in 2001 as a student. And my father,
Charlie, what you been studying?
I started studying law at the university in Cambridge in 2001. And about 2 years into my course, I ran out of money, and my father decided not to carry on funding my education. And I met somebody who gave me the idea of joining the armed forces to have a future, a career. And I joined the British Army as a foreign and Commonwealth soldier because Cameroon used to be a British colony, so I could join the armed forces. And I did so in 2003. And after my basic training in the UK over the winter months, I was sent to Germany, where I eventually spent nearly 5 years of service. And during that time, I did an Iraq tour of duty in Basra at the airport during the Iraq invasion. I was over there for about 7 months, returned to the UK, and then decided to leave the armed forces because I wasn't moving up the chain of promotion for reasons that are simply were beyond my control. And so I left the army in 2008. And since then, a number of things have happened in my life that I believe a lot of people could not only learn from, but also relate to.
So Charlie, tell us what made you write the book? What is your key message? What is the book telling to your readers?
My book has 10 chapters, and each chapter has a very specific message. But the overall message of my book is that there is no education like adversity. That's the underlying.
Wow, Charlie, this is such a profound truth. So when in your life you had your first lesson?
Well, the first one began very early in my life. I was only a child, and I was beaten up by almost everybody. My mother, I was emotionally abused, and my friends picked on me quite a lot. So I decided to do things that just were not natural. I became a boxer. I became very defensive, and I decided that I didn't have to change myself for anybody, that I was just perfect the way I was created. And that was reinforced a few years later when I was in the armed forces. Now, the army is a culture in itself, and I came in without knowing what I was getting myself into. And I tried so hard to be like everybody when I could have just stayed true to who I was.
But what I understand, Charlie, from your story and from your amazing book is that adversity actually is something you are very grateful for. You become the strong, amazing young man you are right now, simply because you had to stand up for yourself and you could not conceive defeat. And at every step of the way, you start growing and becoming, and you realize that you have powers, you have silent powers that you could activate to face those challenges and turn them into opportunities. And look at you now. You are a published author, you are ready to help other people. And tell me, so what's next?
Well, what is next is very simple. I believe that all the challenges that I have gone through came my way to give me the equipment that I need in order to impact the lives of others. And what I want to do now is speak on stage. I believe that I have a flair for public speaking, and I know that it's the way I'm going to develop as a person by offering my ideas, my life, my message, which is my life, to others in order to not only empower them but inspire them to do the same.
Wow, Charly. But listen, Charly, this is a stage. This is your stage. So our listeners are all over the world, 5 continents. So
Right.
you have now the next 5, 10 minutes, as long as you want. I'm here.
Okay.
So you share your message. Go.
Well, it's very simple. I got to a point in my life where I now welcome adversity. I believe that the only way to grow is to go through adversity. There's no way around it. And adversity is not designed to break us down, rather, it is designed to build us up. And so, when if you're listening to this and you're struggling in your life and you have tough challenges, just know that despite it all, it may not feel like it, but life is fair and you will not have a challenge that you are unable to deal with. Nature will only give you as much as you can deal with and not more. So, in order for you to overcome your challenges, you just have to ask yourself the very simple question, which is, what are you going to learn from what is happening to you right now? How are you going to grow through the process of going through that challenge? Once you ask those questions, you start getting the answers. The reason why we struggle so much through our challenges is because we're not asking the right questions. Once you ask the right question, you get the right answers. And if you ask the wrong questions, you may get out of your current challenge, but before long, you'll be into another situation which will be a replica of the challenge you've just come out of. In other words, every challenge is there to help us learn something, to help us grow as people, as individuals. And that is including the people that come into our lives. They come to teach us something very specific. And once the lesson is learned from those people, they leave. And they should leave because their job is done. This may be a friend, somebody you sat next to on the plane or on the bus. They may say something to you. They may annoy you. But the person who is annoying you is not really annoying you. It's you facing yourself. You have that in you. Whatever they did to you that annoys you comes from you. I realized that it takes all of us to make each of us. In other words, you need people to annoy you. You need people to make you happy. You need people to make you sad. You need people to make you angry. All of that is a package that we have to welcome and deal with. And so over to you, Marina. Specific questions that you have for me that I can answer?
Yes, Charly. When are you coming next and host another episode? My inbox it's full of questions. So thank you so much for today. It's been an absolute incredible adventure. I had the privilege of talking to you. I can't wait to read your book, and I can't wait to have you back here so you could share and share of yourself, your incredible beauty, and start planting the seeds of greatness. There are people out there who need you. You have to voice your message, and
Thank you.
I'm very grateful you are here right now with us. And I don't know what's going to happen next, where we are going, but I know together we are going far. From both of us, till next time, is goodbye.
Thank you.